What if near-death experiences aren't glitches in our brains, but actual reality shifts? Recently, I've seen so many people talking about their personal experiences of how they had an incident, they feel like they passed away, and then somehow ended up back in a body. I kind of want to talk about some of my experiences with this, where I'm pretty sure I died. When I woke up from the slumber of what we can language as like the 3D space, it almost felt like a death in a sense where everything changed almost overnight. All of a sudden, I could see all the like crazy inversions of this reality. We have very parasitical systems here. The school system, it stifles creativity, it stifles free thinking, it stifles sovereignty. The banking systems are all based on fraud. Our medical systems are literally making money to keep you sick. And it's like seeing all of these inversions all of a sudden, and it was very painful for me. All of a sudden, I could see all this stuff, and it was like, why couldn't I see it before? Why did I just hand over my trust blindly? And my friends and my family, we're still in that place of just going along with the programs and trusting. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's no judgments that they're bad people or they're dumb or I'm smarter than them. It was an awakening. And in that awakening, it was almost like a death of the old life. I became a different person. I became a different version of me. And my friends and my family, we did not fit and mesh and resonate together the way we did before. I lost a lot of people out of my life. I was always, surrounded by a lot of friends, a lot of family. I was always doing things. And then all of a sudden, I'd alienated myself by saying, can you see this? Can you see that? Can you see this? Trying to wake other people up, which, by the way, you can't do. And I learned that the hard way. And then the transition from the 3D going into that 4D space, and that 4D space, whew, it's a gauntlet you're running, because so much is being stripped away. Other things, your eyes are being opened. You're losing programs. You're becoming aware of programs running through you, right? You're becoming aware of where you've given away and handed away your sovereignty for many, many years. And not everybody was sleeping in the 3D space. There are some people that are actually born in the 5D space, which is kind of a cool experience I've had the benefit of learning as I've risen in frequency and stepped into that 5D frequency myself. So what I want to say is, like, these NDEs, each time that I've kind of risen through a massive level, it does feel like a death and a rebirth. And there are events that I'll talk about at a later time that were tied to each of those like layers and levels of awakening. So these NDEs and people coming back and talking about how everything changed for them. They were different people. All of a sudden they're quitting things that really meant something to them. They're exploring and doing new projects. They're wondering who they are. They're not relating to people the same way. I suspect these are just really big reality shifts where you've merged with a different version of you, and it's beneficial to both of you. You're on a new timeline and you're moving in a new direction. I would love to hear your thoughts on what's going on. I don't claim to be an authority. I'm just sharing my theories, and I would love to start having those conversations and building that community where we can explore this stuff together. Please leave me in the comments your thoughts on these NDEs, near-death experiences, and these people coming back and shifting into completely different versions of themselves. Thank you.